Now, let me first explain the most important differences between traditional project cost control systems and the range forecasting system, and hence the reason why the reports in RFM look different from what you're used to. In traditional project control systems, the reports and thus the calculations are usually only concerned with what has happened in the project up until cutoff date, till this date. Also, traditional cost control reports are straightforward line curves, like this one, based on very simple mathematics as defined by, for instance, the earned value management method. The method was apparently developed in the 1960s, and the function that gave the method its name, the earned value, is simply the product of the budget at completion and the progress to date. So it's that number, budget at completion, multiplied by the progress at this point, gives you that earned value. Numerous additional formulas have been developed over time, which all, in a way, seem to be looking back at the past to predict the future. A commonly used name for this type of forecasting is single point forecasting method. RFM is not a single point forecasting method. The projects are simply too complex to be controlled by single point forecasting techniques. Firstly, in RFM, future activities or accounts, in red, are linked back to past activities. This is done so that RFM may pick up the influence events today may have on events tomorrow. In other words, if the cost of steel goes up today, it is very likely that the steel purchased in the future will also increase. This extremely important warning signal is not picked up by single point forecasting techniques, especially if they're not looking beyond cutoff date. For this reason, RFM calculates the status of the project at project completion at this point, and RFM applies risk analysis probabilities in the computation of the reports. This is explained in more detail later in this video. RFM is more widescreen and informative than traditional project control methods and will sound the alarm bells earlier than most single point forecasting methods do. RFM is not a single point forecasting method, but a probabilistic forecasting method.